Selena Marie Gomez is an American singer, songwriter, actress, and producer. Gomez began her acting career on the children's television series Barney and Friends. As a teenager, she rose to prominence for starring as Alex Russo on the Disney Channel television series Wizards of Waverly Place. Alongside her television career, Gomez appeared in the films Another Cinderella Story, Princess Protection Program, Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie Ramona and Beezus, Monte Carlo, Spring Breakers, Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising, The Dead Don't Die, and A Rainy Day in New York. She also voiced the character Mavis in the Hotel Transylvania film franchise. Gomez executive produced the Netflix television series 13 Reasons Why and Living Undocumented through her production company, July Moonhead Productions. Additionally, she executive produces and stars in the HBO Max cooking series Selena and Chef and the Hulu mystery comedy series Only Murders in the Building. The latter earned Gomez critical praise, and a nomination for Best Actress in a Comedy Series at the Critics' Choice Television Awards, and she also was nominated as a producer for Outstanding Comedy Series at the 74th Primetime Emmy Awards, marking only the third time a Latina has ever been among the producing nominees for comedy series in the awards history. Gomez released 3 albums with her former band, Selena Gomez and The Scene, all of which reached the top 10 of the U.S. Billboard 200 and were certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America, Kiss and Tell, A Year Without Rain, and When the Sun Goes Down. Her debut solo album, Stars Dance, topped the U.S. Billboard 200, while its lead single, Come and Get It, reached the top 10 in the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. Gomez's second studio album Revival, debuted at number 1 in the U.S., was certified platinum by the RIAA, and spawned 3 U.S. top 10 entries, Good For You, Same Old Love, Hands to Myself. Her third studio album, Rare, became her third consecutive number 1 in the US, and its lead single, Lose You to Love Me, her first number 1 song in the US and Canada. In 2021, she released the Spanish-language EP Revelation, for which she received a nomination for the Grammy Award for Best Latin Pop Album. She has received various accolades and was named Billboard's Woman of the Year in 2017. And she also broke 15 Guinness World Records. Time magazine named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2020. She has a large following on social media and is the most followed musician and actress on Instagram. Gomez's other ventures include makeup, clothing, handbag, and fragrance lines. She has worked with many charitable organizations and served as a UNICEF ambassador since age 17. Early life. Selena Marie Gomez was born on July 22, 1992, in Grand Prairie, Texas, to Ricardo Joel Gomez and Texas-born former stage actress Mandy Teefey. She was named after Tejano singer Selena Quintanilla, who died in 1995. Her father is of Mexican descent, while her mother, who was adopted, has Italian ancestry. Gomez's paternal grandparents emigrated to Texas from Monterrey in the 1970s. Of her heritage, Gomez has said she is a proud third-generation American-Mexican and my family does have quinceañeras, and we go to the Communion Church. We do everything that's Catholic. But we don't really have anything traditional except go to the park and have barbecues on Sundays after church. Gomez was fluent in Spanish until age 7. Her parents divorced when she was 5 years old, and she remained with her mother. Gomez has 2 younger half-sisters and a younger step-brother, Gracie Elliott Teefey, through Amanda, and her second husband, Brian Teefey, and Victoria Torre and Marcus Gomez, through Ricardo, and his second wife, Sarah. She earned her high school diploma through homeschooling in May 2010. Gomez was born when her mother was 16 years old. The family had financial troubles throughout Gomez's childhood, her mother struggling to provide for the pair. At one point, Gomez recalls that they had to search for quarters just to get gas for their car. Her mother later recalled that the two would frequently walk to their local dollar store to buy spaghetti for dinner. Gomez has said, "I was frustrated that my parents weren't together, and never saw the light at the end of the tunnel where my mom was working hard to provide a better life for me. I'm terrified of what I would have become if I'd stayed." She later added that her mother was really strong around me. Having me at 16 had to have been a big responsibility. She gave up everything for me, had 3 jobs, supported me, sacrificed her life for me. Gomez had a close relationship with her grandparents as a child and appeared in various pageants. Her grandparents often took care of her while her parents finished their schooling, and she has said they raised her until she found success in show business. Career 2002–2006, career beginnings. Gomez first gained an interest in pursuing a career in entertainment watching her mother prepare for stage productions. In 2002, she began her acting career on the children's television series Barney and Friends, portraying the character Gianna. The show was her first acting gig. Gomez recalled of the experience, "I was very shy when I was little. I didn't know what camera right was. I didn't know what blocking was. I learned everything from Barney." Gomez appeared in 13 episodes of the show between 2002 and 2004. The show's producers released her as she was too old for the series. While working on Barney and Friends, Gomez had bit-part roles in the film Spy Kids 3D, Game Over, and the made-for-television film Walker, Texas Ranger, Trial by Fire. She guest-starred in a 2006 episode of the Disney Channel series The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. 2007–2012, breakthrough with Disney and Selena Gomez and The Scene. Gomez was given a recurring role on the Disney Channel series Hannah Montana in 2007 as pop star Michaela. During this time, Gomez filmed pilot episodes for 2 potential Disney Channel series. The first was a Sweet Life spin-off titled Arwen, and the second was a Lizzie McGuire spin-off titled What's Stevie Thinking? She later auditioned for a role in the network's series Wizards of Waverly Place, ultimately winning the lead role of Alex Russo. Gomez and her mother subsequently moved to Los Angeles. Wizards of Waverly Place saw Gomez playing a teenage girl in a family of wizards who own a restaurant in New York City. The series quickly became a success for the Disney Channel and represented Gomez's breakthrough into the mainstream. It received numerous awards and nominations, and garnered positive reviews, with Gomez's being particularly praised for her comic timing and sarcastic delivery. While working on the second season of Wizards of Waverly Place, Gomez voiced Helga in the animated film Horton Hears a Who. The film was a critical and commercial success, grossing nearly $300 million worldwide. Gomez had a leading role as an aspiring dancer Mary Santiago in Another Cinderella Story, the second installment of the A Cinderella Story series, released on direct-to-video. She won the Young Artist Award for Best Performance in a TV movie, miniseries, or special leading young actress for the role. She contributed 3 songs to the soundtrack, including the single Tell Me Something I Don't Know, which was her first ever entry on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart. She also recorded the original song Fly to Your Heart for the soundtrack of the animated film Tinker Bell. At age 16, Gomez signed a record deal with Hollywood Records. Gomez formed her own production company in 2008, which she called July Moon Productions. She partnered with XYZ Films for the project, allowing Gomez to option articles, hire writers, and create talent packages to shop to studios. Gomez was slated to release 2 films under the company. The first, titled What Boys Want, would feature Gomez as a girl who could hear the thoughts of men. She later announced a film adaptation of the novel 13 Reasons Why, in which she was to play a young girl who commits suicide, Ultimately, neither film was made, but Gomez would later executive produce a television adaptation of 13 Reasons Why. Gomez continued to enjoy mainstream success throughout the following year, appearing as Alex Russo in a crossover episode of the Disney Channel series The Sweet Life on Deck in 2009. She also guest-starred as herself on the Disney Channel series Sunny with a Chance. Gomez, along with Demi Lovato, starred in the Disney Channel film Princess Protection Program, which aired in June 2009. The film had a total of 8.5 million viewers during its premiere. She next starred in Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie, a television film based on the series. The film premiered in August to an audience of 11.4 million viewers, becoming cable's #1 scripted telecast of the year and was the second most watched TV movie on cable, behind High School Musical 2. Roxana Haydadi of The Washington Post credited all three performers Gomez, David Henry, and Jake T. Austin for their acting skills that carry the film. The film won the series its second consecutive Emmy for Outstanding Children's Program at the 62nd Primetime Emmy Awards. Gomez recorded 3 songs on the television series and film's soundtrack, including the single Magic. She later voiced Princess Selena in the English-language French animated/live-action film Arthur and the Revenge of Maltesard. Hoping to cross over into the music industry, Gomez formed the pop-rock band Selena Gomez and the Scene through her record deal with Hollywood Records. The name of the band is an ironic jab at the people who called Gomez a wannabe Scene. The group released their first studio album, Kiss and Tell, in August 2009, which debuted at number 9 on the Billboard 200 albums chart in the US with first-week sales of 66,000 copies. The album received mixed reviews, with some critics praising its fun nature and others criticizing Gomez's vocal performance. Although the lead single was not commercially successful, the second single, Naturally, reached number 29 in the US and number 7 in the United Kingdom. In July 2010, Gomez starred alongside Joey King in Ramona and Beezus, a film adaptation of the children's novel series by Beverly Cleary, in which she portrayed Beezus Quimby. The film was well received by critics. Roger Ebert described it as a sweet salute, and found both actresses appealing. Selena Gomez and The Scene released their second studio album A Year Without Rain that same year, which debuted on the US Billboard 200 at number 4 with sales of over 66,000. The album received mixed to positive reviews, where some critics reacting negatively to Gomez's auto-tuned vocals. Both of the record's singles, Round and A Year Without Rain, achieved moderate success. Gomez reprised the voice role of Princess Selena in Arthur III, The War of the Two Worlds. Selena Gomez and The Scene released their third and final studio album, When the Sun Goes Down, in June 2011, to mixed reviews. It debuted at number 4 on the US Billboard 200 with first-week sales of 78,000 copies, and peaked at number 3 the following week. The album's lead single, Who Says, was the band's highest charting effort, peaking at number 21 in the US. Its second single, Love You Like a Love Song, went on to become the band's highest-performing single in the US to date, peaking at number 22 on the Billboard Hot 100, where it spent 38 weeks, and reached the top 10 in Canada. In 2022, Billboard ranked the song as the biggest song that peaked at number 22. Gomez starred in the comedy film Monte Carlo, with Leighton Meester and Katie Cassidy. She played the lead role of Grace, a teenager mistaken for a socialite while on a trip to Paris. In preparation for the role, she learned to play polo and received dialect coaching to speak in 2 different British accents. The film received mixed reviews from critics. That year, Gomez appeared in a cameo role in the film The Muppets. In November, she hosted the MTV Europe Music Awards in Belfast, Northern Ireland. 2012-2014, I Stars Dance/I in Films. None. 2015-2016, I Revival/I. None. 2017-2019, Standalone Releases and I 13 Reasons Why/I. None. 2020-present, I Rare/I, I Revelation/I and I Only Murders in the Building/I. None. Upcoming projects. Artistry. Musical style. Gomez is described as a pop artist with a mezzo-soprano vocal range. Her work is primarily characterized as dance pop and EDM, however, she has experimented with different music genres. Her debut album With the Scene was influenced by electronic rock and pop rock, while her subsequent records with the band opted for a dance pop sound. A Year Without Rain noted synth-pop characteristics, and When the Sun Goes Down featured a more electropop and electro-disco musical direction. Her debut solo album Stars Dance was rooted in the EDM pop genre. Gomez herself described it as baby dubstep, drawing elements from electronic, disco, techno, and dance hall. Her songs The Heart Wants What It Wants and Good For You have been described as minimalistic and grown up, introducing a more adult pop sound into her repertoire. Influences. Early in her career, Gomez cited Bruno Mars as an influence for his style of music, his style in general, the way he performs, the way he carries himself. Gomez has also cited Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Beyoncé, Rihanna, and Taylor Swift as influences. Gomez's debut solo album Stars Dance was prominently influenced by Spears, Swift, and EDM producer Skrillex. Her second album, Revival, was mainly inspired by Aguilera's album Stripped, as well as Janet Jackson and Spears. Products and endorsements. In 2009, Gomez was part of Sears's back-to-school fashion campaign and featured in television commercials. She hosted the Sears Arrive Air Band casting call to select 5 winners for the first ever Sears Air Band to perform at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards. She also became the spokesperson for Borden Milk and starred in campaigns, print ads and television commercials for the brand. Having previously announced plans to launch a fashion line, Gomez released the Dream Out Loud collection in 2010. It consisted of bohemian dresses, floral tops, jeans, skirts, jackets, scarves and hats, all of which were made from recycled or eco-friendly materials. Gomez stated, "With my line, I really want to give the customer options on how they can put their own looks together. I want the pieces that can be easy to dress up or down, and the fabrics being eco-friendly and organic is super important also. The tags will all have some of my inspirational quotes on them. I'm just looking to send a good message." Gomez teamed up with designers Tony Melillo and Sandra Campos for the project, both of whom had previously worked with big-name fashion houses. Melillo and Campos teamed with New York-based Aoimai Apparel to manufacture the brand, which was formed by Aoimai CH Brands LLC, the holding company for the brand. From 2010 to 2014, Gomez worked with retailer Kmart to release her own clothing line, Dream Out Loud by Selena Gomez. It was announced on July 14, 2011, that Gomez had signed a license agreement with Adrenalina, an extreme sports and adventure-themed lifestyle brand, to develop, manufacture, and distribute her own fragrance. Chairman and CEO of Adrenalina, Ilya Lekake, said, "We are incredibly enthused to be working with Ms. Gomez and will reveal more details pertaining to the fragrance as we get closer to the launch date." The perfume was released in May 2012. In 2013, she released her second fragrance, Viva More by Selena Gomez. She also created her own collection of nail polish colors for Nicole by OPI. From 2013 to 2015, Gomez was a spokesperson and partner for Neo by Adidas. In 2015, Gomez signed $3 million endorsement deal with Pantene. In 2016, Gomez appeared in a fashion campaign for luxury brand Louis Vuitton. She also appeared in ads for Coca-Cola's Share a Coke campaign, and advertisements for the campaign and lyrics from 2 of her songs were featured on Coca-Cola packaging nationwide. In 2017, Gomez confirmed her collaboration with Coach, beginning with their fall line. The limited edition collection of handbags was called the Selena Grace line. On March 29, 2018, Gomez released photos from the handbag line on her Instagram account, featuring a black and brown Coach bag and the numbers 32998, referencing a date 20 years before. She also signed with the athletic brand Puma as brand ambassador, appearing in campaigns such as those for the Phenom Luxe sneakers released in March 2018. Her collection with Puma, called SGX Puma Strong Girl Collection, launched on December 12 of that year and contained products from sneakers to athleisure attire. It was also reported in 2018 that Gomez had been earning $800,000 for each sponsored Instagram post. In September 2020, Gomez launched her own makeup line, Rare Beauty. In March 2021, she announced that she was launching a mini magazine to promote her products of her brand Rare Beauty. Philanthropy. UNICEF. In October 2008, Gomez participated in St. Jude's Children's Hospital's Runway for Life benefit. That same month, Gomez was named UNICEF's spokesperson for the Trick or Treat for UNICEF campaign, which encouraged children to raise money on Halloween to help children around the world. In August 2009, Gomez, then 17 years old, became the youngest UNICEF ambassador. In her first official field mission, Gomez traveled to Ghana in September 2009 for 1 week to witness firsthand the stark conditions of vulnerable children that lack vital necessities such as clean water, nourishment, education, and healthcare. Gomez explained in an interview with Associated Press correspondents that she wanted to use her star power to bring awareness to Ghana. That's why I feel very honored to have a voice that kids listen to and take into consideration. I had people on my tour asking me where is Ghana, and they Googled it, and because I went there, they now know where Ghana is. So it's pretty incredible. Gomez said, of her role as ambassador, that every day 25,000 children die from preventable causes. I stand with UNICEF in the belief that we can change that number from 25,000 to 0. I know we can achieve this because every moment, UNICEF is on the ground providing children with the life-saving assistance needed to ensure 0 becomes a reality. Gomez was named spokesperson for UNICEF's 2009 Trick or Treat campaign for the second year in a row. She raised over $700,000 for the charity in 2008 and stated that she hopes to be able to raise $1 million in 2009. Gomez participated in a celebrity auction and hosted a live webcast series on Facebook in support of the Trick or Treat campaign. Gomez returned as the UNICEF spokesperson for the 60th anniversary of Trick or Treat for UNICEF campaign in 2010. In celebration of the organization's 60th anniversary, Gomez and the Scene held a benefit concert, donating all proceeds to the campaign. In February 2011, Gomez traveled to Chile to meet with the families of the UNICEF-supported Programa Puente, which helped families better understand and develop skills to deal with early childhood education, development, and other issues related to raising children. Gomez remarked that UNICEF is helping Chilean families get out of poverty, prevent violence within the home and promote education. To witness firsthand these families' struggles, and also their hope and perseverance, was truly inspiring. In March 2011, Gomez participated in the UNICEF TAP Project's Celebrity Tap Pack, which featured limited edition, custom-made water bottles with tap water from the homes of each celebrity advocate to raise funds and increase profile for the clean water and sanitation programs. She was also featured in videos that promoted the campaign. In April 2012, Gomez supported Number Sahel NOW, an emergency campaign to save lives in the Sahel region of West and Central Africa. She visited UNICEF's Emergency Operations Center and recorded an announcement to encourage people to donate $10 via text in support of UNICEF's relief efforts in the Sahel. In 2014, Gomez visited Nepal to raise awareness for children in need. A UNICEF ambassador since 2009, Gomez has played an active role in advocating for the world's most vulnerable children by participating in several campaigns, events, and initiatives on behalf of the organization. Other charity work. Gomez was involved in the Your Votes Count campaign, which encouraged teenagers to learn more about 2008 presidential candidates Barack Obama and John McCain. Gomez became the ambassador of DoSomething.org after being involved with the charity Island Dog, which helped dogs in Puerto Rico. She joined while filming Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie in Puerto Rico. Gomez has also been involved with the charity Raise Hope for Congo, an initiative of the Enough Project, to help raise awareness for conflict minerals and violence against Congolese women. From 2009 to 2012, Gomez was involved in Disney's Friends for Change, an organization which promoted environmentally friendly behavior, and appeared in its public service announcements. Gomez, Demi Lovato, Miley Cyrus, and the Jonas Brothers recorded the charity single Send It On as the ad hoc musical team Disney's Friends for Change, all of whose proceeds were donated into the Disney Worldwide Conservation Fund. The song debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 20. In April 2012, Gomez was named ambassador to the Ryan Seacrest Foundation. The year before, Gomez made an appearance at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia during a Ryan Seacrest Foundation broadcast from the hospital's multimedia center. She was also a spokesperson for State Farm Insurance and appeared in numerous television commercials, which aired on the Disney Channel, to raise awareness of being a safe driver. In 2013, Gomez provided the narration for Girl Rising, a CNN documentary film, which focused on the power of female education as it followed 7 girls around the world who sought to overcome obstacles and follow their dreams. Gomez attended the We Day California event in Los Angeles in 2018 and 2019. During the 2018 event, Gomez introduced Nellie Maynor, a young fan who had a rare kidney disease. Her participation in We Day 2019 was her first appearance after an extended break from the spotlight. Gomez continued her partnership with We Charity when she traveled to Kenya in December 2019 to meet the local community and visit schools built by the organization. Impact and advocacy. Gomez has been referred to as Dance Pop Princess by several media outlets, and various journalists regard her as a triple threat, owing to her successful singing, performing, and acting careers. The Guardian credits her with popularizing whisper pop, a style of pop music characterized by soft, hushed and breathy vocals. In 2020, Gomez received the Art Award from Hispanic Heritage Foundation for her impact on global culture via her music, filmography, and advocacy. She was named Woman of the Year by Billboard in 2017, in recognition of her influence and commercial success. Gomez was listed amongst Time's 100 most influential people of 2020. In 2022, People named Gomez as one of 15 women who are changing the music industry today. Variety considers her a key personality in global media, owing to her multi-hyphenate presence incorporating music, films, television, cosmetics, and social activism. Gomez advocates for various causes. She is known for frequently raising awareness on mental health. She has shown support for the LGBT community. She joined numerous celebrities to write a love letter during Pride Month, as a part of Billboard's 30 Days of Pride during the month of June 2016. She also collaborated with 23 other artists for the charity Single Hands, a tribute for the victims of the Pulse nightclub shooting, to raise funds for Equality Florida's Pulse Victims Fund, GLOD, and the GLBT Community Center of Central Florida. That year, she donated proceeds of her Revival Tour concert in North Carolina to fight the state's recent legislation known as the Bathroom Law. The law, repealed in 2017, required people to use public restrooms in line with their birth gender unless they had fully transitioned. She is a critic of racism and supported the Black Lives Matter movement, lending her Instagram account to Alicia Garza, co-creator of Black Lives Matter and one of the founders of Black Futures Lab, in June 2020. In May 2021, Gomez participated in the Vax Live, the concert to reunite the world concert organized by Global Citizen to promote the distribution of COVID-19 vaccines worldwide through the COVAX program. The event urged people to ask their governments to pledge $22.1 billion in aid to the vaccine distribution. In the wake of the Alabama abortion ban in May 2019, Gomez spoke out on Instagram in favor of abortion rights in the United States. Amidst Roe v. Wade being overturned in June 2022, Gomez stated she is not happy and that men need to stand up and also speak against this issue. It's also the amount of women that are hurting. Personal life. In 2020, Gomez moved to a $4.9 million mansion in the Los Angeles neighborhood of Encino. Religious beliefs. Gomez was raised Catholic. At age 13, she wanted a purity ring, and her father went to the church and had it blessed. She has said, "He actually used me as an example for other kids. I'm going to keep my promise to myself, to my family and to God." Gomez stopped wearing the ring in 2010. In 2017, she said she did not like the term religion and that sometimes it freaks me out, adding, "I don't know if it's necessarily that I believe in religion as much as I believe in faith and a relationship with God." In 2014, Gomez said that she listened to Oceans by Hillsong United before performing at the 2014 American Music Awards. In 2016, she appeared at a Hillsong Young and Free concert in Los Angeles, leading worship by singing her song Nobody. When a fan on Twitter asked her who the lyrics to Nobody refer to, Gomez replied that they refer to God. She also covered Hillsong Worship's song Transfiguration during her Revival Tour. As of 2020, she attends a different congregation in California, the Hillsong Church, and has said that she does not consider herself religious, but is more concerned with her faith and connection to God. Health. Gomez was diagnosed with lupus sometime between 2012 and early 2014. In September 2017, she revealed on Instagram that she had withdrawn from public events during the previous few months because she had received a kidney transplant from actress and friend Franja Reza. During the transplant, an artery broke and emergency surgery was conducted to build a new artery using a vein from her leg. Gomez has been open about her struggles with both anxiety and depression. She began pursuing therapy in her early 20s and also spent time in treatment facilities. When she reached 100 million Instagram followers, Gomez said she sort of freaked out and has since taken several extended breaks from social media, due in part to negative comments. In April 2020, she revealed she has bipolar disorder. In October 2022, Gomez cancelled an appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon after testing positive for COVID-19. Relationships. Gomez dated singer Nick Jonas from 2008 to 2009. She appeared in the music video for his band's song Burnin' Up. From December 2010 to March 2018, Gomez was in an on-again, off-again relationship with Canadian singer Justin Bieber. In 2015, she began dating Russian-German DJ Zed shortly after recording their song I Want You to Know. They broke up later that year. In January 2017, Gomez began dating Canadian singer-songwriter The Weeknd. They moved in together temporarily later on in September, but broke up a month later. Filmography. According to the review aggregator site Rotten Tomatoes, Gomez's most critically acclaimed television and film projects include The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, Another Cinderella Story, Princess Protection Program, Ramona and Beezus, The Muppets, Spring Breakers, Hotel Transylvania, Girl Rising, The Wizard's Return, Alex vs. Alex, Rudderless, The Fundamentals of Caring, Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising, The Dead Don't Die, A Rainy Day in New York, Selena Plus, Chef, and Only Murders in the Building. Gomez also executive produced the television series 13 Reasons Why and Living Undocumented. Discography. Selena Gomez and the Scene albums. Kiss and Tell, A Year Without Rain, When the Sun Goes Down. Solo albums. Stars Dance, Revival, Rare. Tours. Solo tours. Stars Dance Tour, Revival Tour. Selena Gomez and the Scene Tours. Live in Concert. A Year Without Rain Tour. We Own the Night Tour. See also: List of artists who reached number 1 in the United States. List of artists who reached number 1 on the Billboard Mainstream Top 40 chart. List of most followed Instagram accounts. List of artists who reached number 1 on the US Dance Chart. List of Billboard Social 50 number 1 artists. History of Mexican Americans in Dallas-Fort Worth.